The midnight shift at the Blackwood Railway signal box was usually silent, save for the rhythmic tick-click of the vintage mechanical clock on the damp plaster wall. Arthur preferred the quiet. It gave him time to drink cold tea, turn the dog-eared pages of old paperbacks, and ignore the vast, swallowing dark of the pine forest that pressed tight against the iron tracks. Tonight, however, the track circuit board hummed with an anomalous signal. An amber lamp blinked erratically over track 4. A dead-end spur that had been decommissioned and overgrown since the spring of 1984. Arthur frowned, pulling his heavy wool coat tighter against the chill seeping through the rotting window frame. Faulty relay, he muttered to the empty room, grabbing his brass lantern and stepping out into the suffocating fog. The night air smelled sour, a foul mix of decaying leaves and scorched copper. He trudged down the gravel embankment, his boots crunching against the frost-dusted ballast. As he reached the switch for track 4, the silence felt unnaturally heavy. No wind rustling through the canopy, no night birds, no distant highway rumble. Just his own ragged breath, flowering white in the freezing dark. Then he saw the light. 50 yards ahead, deep along the overgrown spur, a single pale beam swayed gently, suspended 5 feet off the ground. It moved toward him with a slow, rhythmic swing, like a lantern carried by a casual night walker. Lines closed. Arthur called out, his voice sounding thin and flat against the heavy mist. "You're on private rail property." The light didn't pause. As it drifted closer, the yellow glow illuminated the rusted iron ties, but cast no human silhouette behind it. There were no boots striking the gravel, no coat flapping in the cold air, no body at all. The lantern was held by a long, gray, jointless limb. A smooth, rubbery stalk that extended upward, reaching straight into the pitch-black canopy of the pines 30 feet above. Arthur's heart slammed against his ribs as a low, wet vibration shuddered through the steel rails beneath his feet. Whatever was attached to that endless limb pulled itself down through the upper branches. It had no eyes, no nose, only a tight, bone-white membrane stretched over a long, skeletal frame. The entity opened a wide, jagged slit in its face, mimicking Arthur's exact tone with eerie, pitch-perfect accuracy. Lines closed. Arthur turned and ran, but from the silent canopy overhead, a dozen more lanterns flickered to life.